Lionel Messi to reject €400 million per year offer from Saudi Arabia to stay in Europe, Barcelona waiting to open talks. The rumors on Lionel Messi's future continue to heat up as the GOAT looks more and more likely to not sign an extension and leave Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season. Barcelona are very much interested in a reunion, and the best football reporter around has an important update on Messi's next steps. According to Fabrizio Romano, Messi and his camp received an official offer from Saudi Arabia club Al Hilal worth more than €400 million a year in salary. It's a remarkable amount of money that seems hard to turn down, but the World Cup winner is ready to do so and his absolute priority is to stay in Europe, Romano says. It's an encouraging update for Barca fans, since Messi isn't accepting PSG's offer but still wants to stay in Europe, and Barca are the only team to have expressed strong interest so far. But Fabrizio makes an important point: any move for Messi must fit within the complicated financial fair play rules that Barca have to work with, but the club is working on several avenues to feel comfortable enough to send an official offer and open talks to bring the GOAT home. Barca fans should be cautiously optimistic about Messi's return, but there's still a long way to go until that dream becomes a reality. Romelu Lukaku targeted with monkey chants as he scores Inter's equaliser at Juventus before being sent OFF for celebration. Romelu Lukaku was on the receiving end of vile racist abuse as he scored Inter Milan's equaliser against their bitter rivals Juventus on Tuesday night, before being shockingly shown a second yellow card for his celebration. The Belgian, who is on loan from Chelsea, netted from the penalty spot in the 5th minute of stoppage time, salvaging a 1-1 draw in the first leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final clash. Monkey noises though were heard coming from Juventus supporters behind the goal before and after he took the penalty, as well as the Italian equivalent chants of F*** off and F*** ing monkey. After netting the penalty, Lukaku put his finger to his lips, which his representatives Rock Nation Sports International insisted was a normal part of his celebration. Lukaku was also seen mouthing something towards the Juventus fans, with Football Italia reporting him to say "muto," an Italian equivalent of telling someone to shut up. To the surprise of many, the referee decided to dish out a second yellow card to Lukaku, believing this celebration was provocative. Lionel Messi to leave Cristiano Ronaldo with egg on his face as transfer plan emerges. The Argentina international and Paris Saint-Germain superstar is mulling over his next move at club level, and Lionel Messi could leave Cristiano Ronaldo looking foolish in the process. Lionel Messi is planning on rejecting an eye-watering €400 million per year offer from Saudi Arabian outfit Al Hilal, as he is keen to continue playing at the highest level in Europe. The proposal put forward to the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner by Al Hilal, if accepted, would make Messi the highest-paid footballer on the planet. Therefore, it comes as quite a shock that the 35-year-old World Cup winner views a move to Saudi Arabia as his least desirable option, as per Spanish outlet Sport. Messi currently plies his trade for French giants Paris Saint-Germain but sees his contract expire at the end of the season. Some would argue the transfer has failed to live up to expectations, given the Argentine has failed to inspire PSG to Champions League glory. Liverpool condemn vile chants at Stamford Bridge during Chelsea match. Liverpool have called for an end to vile chants about the Hillsborough Stadium disaster after they were heard during Tuesday's goalless Premier League draw with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The 1989 FA Cup semi-final was the scene of Britain's worst sporting disaster when 97 Liverpool fans lost their lives after a crush in an overcrowded and fenced-in enclosure. We know the impact these vile chants have on those who continue to suffer as a result of football tragedies. For their sake, this has to stop, Liverpool tweeted. Chelsea apologized and said hateful chanting has no place in football. The Premier League said it condemned the tragedy chanting at the match. We continue to treat this as an unacceptable issue and are seeking to address it as a priority, it added. Osasuna stun Athletic in extra time to reach Copa final. Pablo Ibañez's superb volley helped Osasuna stun Athletic Bilbao in extra time to reach the Copa del Rey final with a 1-1 draw on Tuesday, progressing 2-1 on aggregate. Athletic dominated throughout, and only a sensational display from Osasuna goalkeeper Sergio Herrera and profligate finishing forced the match to extra time. Inaki Williams struck in the 33rd minute to cancel out Ez Abd's first leg strike for Osasuna, but Athletic could not find a winner, and Ibanez stroked home from the edge of the box with 4 minutes remaining to shock San Mamés. Ibanez's effort helped Osasuna reach the Copa del Rey final for the first time in 18 years, and only for the second time in their history, with the club yet to lift the trophy. Jagoba Arrasate side beat Real Betis and Sevilla on their spectacular cup run and will face either record winners Barcelona or Spanish and European champions Real Madrid in the final on May 6. Xavi Hernandez's warning to Barcelona, hurt Real Madrid are thirsting for revenge. Barcelona coach Xavi Hernandez is on the verge of leading Barcelona back to the Copa del Rey final and repeating a feat last achieved when Pep Guardiola was in charge more than a decade ago. Barcelona can return to the final with just a draw in the semi-final second leg on Wednesday, but a win would make it 4 straight triumphs over its rival for the first time since Guardiola won 5 in a row from 2008 to 10. The Catalan club has never defeated Madrid 4 times in a row in the same season. It beat Madrid 4 times in 1982–83 but not in consecutive matches. Barcelona lost 3–1 to Madrid in the first Clásico of the season in the Spanish league, but since then it won 3–1 in the Spanish Super Cup final, 1–0 in the first leg of the Copa semi-final and 2–1 in the other league match. I think they are hurt and will be wanting to get revenge after losing the last 3 games, Xavi said on Tuesday. They have every chance of winning and are very good at games like this where they need to mount a comeback. I still think they're the favorites. They are very hard to beat over 2 legs. Chelsea's uninspiring play against Liverpool just adds urgency to coach search. Chelsea cannot afford to let their season drift like Tuesday's performance against Liverpool did. Following Graham Potter's sacking, the Blues are a club in stasis, temporarily guided by an interim head coach with no experience of leading a side at the highest level. Bruno Salter, a member of Potter's backroom staff, had never even picked a team before facing Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. He is the managerial equivalent of a seat filler at the Oscars, there solely to fill an obvious gap and look the part. None of this is Salter's fault, of course. He felt duty-bound to stay on following talks between Potter and the club aimed at facilitating a smooth transition, as the club described it in their Sunday night statement confirming the change. If the sign of a smooth transition is more of the same, then this 0–0 draw was mission accomplished. Bayern Munich bow out of the DFB Pokal for the 3rd year in a row. Germany's biggest club can't seem to win its smallest competition. Dejection on the faces of the Bayern Munich squad again, as for the 3rd year running they've been unceremoniously dumped out of the DFB Pokal. The German Rekordmeister may have 10 Bundesliga titles on the spin, but they haven't had any luck in recent years in the domestic cup. In fact, via Squawka, this marks the first time they've gone 3 straight without in the 21st century. It wasn't long ago that Bayern were on top. They smashed Leipzig 3–0 in the final in 2018–19 and followed that up with a 4–2 win over Leverkusen the following year. Then in 2020–21, Hansi Flick's second season took a turn for the worse with a stunning January defeat on penalties to lower division Holstein Kiel. Julian Nagelsmann managed to get his bouncing in even earlier with an October thrashing at the hands of Gladbach, that won a 5–0 defeat that got off the rails fast. Yaya Touré makes huge claim ahead of Clásico, Real Madrid are afraid of Barcelona. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Marca, former Barcelona midfielder Yaya Touré has made a huge claim that Real Madrid are afraid of the Catalans ahead of their meeting tonight in Copa del Rey. Barcelona host Real Madrid in the second leg of their Copa del Rey semi-final at Camp Nou later tonight. The Blaugrana head into the game with a 1-goal advantage, having beaten their eternal rivals 1–0 in the first leg at the Santiago Bernabéu. Moreover, Barca have gotten the better of Real Madrid in each of the last 3 El Clásico clashes. And, Touré insisted in his interview that his former club go in with an advantage and should come out on top, saying, "Barcelona have the advantage. It will be an intense clash, but there could be dynamite. Because, even if Barcelona have the advantage, it will be difficult for them. That said, with their great form, I think they can sneak into the final. I hope they go through, but anything can happen, nobody knows." Talking about the 1–0 win in the first leg at the Bernabéu, in which his compatriot Frank Kessie scored the only goal, Touré added, "It was very good. As a Barca fan, I love beating Madrid. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. See you again with more news. Bye for now.